Hello friends, JT Tapias with the Empty Your Bucket Nutrition Plan, and today I have an interesting one for you, and one that I believe is going to radically help you think very differently, or hopefully make you think very differently about food. The title is The Devil's Plot to Sabotage Your Weight Loss. What did you say, JT? Yep, exactly that. Have you noticed that most Christians tend to blame their misfortunes on the enemy? Now, I'm not saying that the enemy of your soul is not working constantly and waiting for your weakest moments to tempt you. Of course, he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's his agenda. But I'm calling your attention to an issue that has come up lately in my coaching practice. The conversation goes like this. JT, I had a bad week. I couldn't do my cardio. I had family and friends and people that brought food that I wasn't supposed to be eating my way, but I ended up eating it anyway. I had a ton of mishaps, meaning that they got completely off of their diet. And then here goes, right? The enemy must not want me to get healthy. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is really happening here? I mean, I know the enemy preys on our weaknesses. And so if you lack self-control and discipline, most of your attempts to change are going to be futile. Most likely, he will use this against you. I believe that one of the fastest ways to overcome the adversary is to try to think a little bit like him. Okay, hear me out. In military warfare, one of the strategies is to try to think like the enemy in order to devise their schemes. Get in their shoes, in other words, right? In other words, if you were the enemy and you were trying to make someone fall, what would you do? And so here's a list of things that I would do if I were the devil and I were trying to trip you up, right? This is exactly what I would do. Number one, I would have you attend a church that rarely speaks about personal responsibility or the stewardship of the temple of the Holy Spirit as a biblical command. If you doubt this, take a look at 1 Corinthians 6:19, right? Just read that for yourself if you doubt what I just said. Number two, I would put people in your life that also have strongholds with food and lack restraint, and have you build rapport with them based on their indulgences. Wow. Number three, I would convince you that healthy foods are boring and that life is too short to restrict yourself. Sound familiar? Number four, I would convince you that staying up watching TV, right, watching Netflix will help you wind down and be more relaxed. Number five, I would have you hit the snooze button 10 times before getting up so that you can skip your devotional time and your cardio. Number six, I would plant ideas in your mind of self-sabotage and create a negative image around anything that has to do with healthy activities or healthy food. Number seven, I would get you to question and fight any type of authority figure in your life, such as coaches, mentors, counselors, sponsors, and ultimately to not be coachable. Number eight, I would convince you to take part in every single fad diet known to mankind. I would make you quit every single program you have ever joined, no matter how well you're doing, by convincing you, right, that you're never going to be able to sustain it. And so why try anyway? Does this sound familiar? Number 10, I would try to convince you that you're too old, that your hormones are off, that your thyroid is off, that you have water retention, a slow metabolism, that the reason you can't lose weight and you're tempted to eat a surplus of calories is not because you have this big appetite, but you have all these things that are wrong with you, right? All these dysfunctionalities, all these pathologies, and they're leading you to eat more. And then, things are just slow. Your metabolism is slow. Your hormones are slow. You get the point, right? Number 11, I would get you to spend money on all types of things that bring no value to your life, so that when the opportunity shows up, to work with a coach that can truly help, you won't be able to afford it. Number 12, I'll convince you that coaching, right, is too expensive and that you can do it on your own. You can do this on your own. And so, and yeah, it's too expensive. Just do it on your own, all while making you waste more time as you get more and more disappointed and disillusioned for the lack of results. Number 13, right? This is the last one. I would convince you that you're big boned and that no matter what you do, you will never lose weight and get in shape. If two or more of these points have resonated with you, most likely you're falling to the trap and the snares of the devil. Now, we can do something about this, okay? I want you to reverse engineer all 13 of these steps and you'll get where you need to go. Remember that the battlefield is in your mind. Hence the reason the Apostle Paul says in Romans chapter 12, verse 2, he says, do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what is the good and pleasing and perfect will of God. More importantly, find an interdisciplinary approach to getting healthy and losing weight, one that combines all three of the most important dynamics needed in progressive transformation: your mind, your body, and your spirit. If you can do this, my friend, I promise you that you're going to see amazing, amazing results, and you're going to be able to wage war against the enemy of your soul, because yes, he is trying to sabotage you, but let's be honest here. I think you have a little bit to do with the shortcomings, right? Would you agree with that? Leave a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, hit a like. If we're not friends yet, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. I enjoy speaking about things that edify the mind, the body, and the spirit from a Christian perspective. My name is Coach JT Tapias. If you enjoyed this video, you're absolutely going to love this one here. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ciao, ciao.